Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift without saying a word? Maybe people go quiet. Maybe they look at you differently. Or maybe they become strangely defensive, distant, or even a little intimidated. You didn't do anything, but something about you speaks volumes. What if it's not what you say, but the energy you carry? Welcome to the world of powerful auras and the psychology behind them. Most people think of an aura as a colorful energy field floating around the body. But in truth, your aura is more than just spiritual glow. It's the vibration of your soul, shaped by everything you've been through, everything you've healed, and everything you've accepted about yourself. And no one explained the human soul quite like Carl Gustav Jung. Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and the founder of analytical psychology, explored the deepest layers of the mind, the shadow self, archetypes, the collective unconscious, and the path of individuation. He believed that when you begin to embrace your true self, not just the parts you show the world, but also the ones you hide, your inner energy becomes stronger, clearer, and more magnetic. But here's the catch. Not everyone can handle that kind of presence. When your aura becomes a reflection of truth and psychological wholeness, it doesn't just light up rooms, it shakes people up. Some will be drawn to you like a beacon. Others will pull away, uncomfortable in a light that reveals their own shadows. This video explores 7 signs your aura may be too powerful for most people to handle, using Jung's own teachings to explain exactly why this happens, what it means, and how to navigate life with that kind of impact. So if you've ever felt like your energy is too much, like you don't fit in, or like people are responding to something about you they can't quite name, this is for you. 1. You trigger people without trying. Understanding shadow projection. Jung introduced the idea of the shadow, which contains the parts of ourselves we repress or deny. Jealousy, insecurity, rage, desire, etc. These traits are stored in the unconscious, and because we often can't see them in ourselves, we unconsciously project them onto others. How your aura activates the shadow. If you've done the psychological work to face and integrate your shadow, your energy becomes whole and grounded. This wholeness acts as a mirror for others, reflecting the parts of themselves they haven't yet faced. This mirroring is often uncomfortable and triggers defensive reactions. Why you seem to cause emotional responses. You may notice people become defensive, irritated, or critical around you for no clear reason. It's not something you said, it's how your energy vibrates. Your aura quietly reveals truths people aren't ready to confront. They might blame you for their discomfort, but really, they're wrestling with their inner conflict. Jung's warning about unexamined projections. Jung believed projections were one of the greatest dangers in human relationships. When someone isn't aware of their shadow, they will assign those traits to others. A powerful aura can speed up this process, forcing people to deal with emotions they'd rather suppress. If your presence often triggers others without provocation, it's not a flaw, it's a sign of energetic maturity. You've done the inner work, and others are feeling the gravitational pull of your self-awareness. While this can be isolating, it's also evidence of personal evolution. 2. You're often misunderstood. The mask of the persona. Jung described the persona as the mask we wear in social settings. It helps us function in society by presenting an acceptable version of ourselves. Most people identify with their persona so deeply that they never question its authenticity. Why you don't fit the mold. If you've done inner work, You've likely begun to strip away the persona to live more authentically, but this makes you difficult for others to categorize. You're no longer playing roles, they are. Your authenticity breaks the illusion of conformity, which can confuse or even frighten people. Misinterpretation is inevitable. People may see your confidence as arrogance, your independence as coldness, or your emotional depth as intensity. That's because they're interpreting your actions through the lens of their own limitations. In Jungian terms, you've begun to individuate, to become your true self, and others may not have. Jung's view on individuation and social rejection. Individuation is the path towards psychological wholeness, but it often leads to alienation. Jung warned that those who walk this path would frequently feel misunderstood, as society values uniformity over authenticity. Being misunderstood isn't a sign of failure, it's a mark of depth. Your aura reflects who you truly are, not the mask society wants you to wear. Stay grounded in that truth. 3. Strangers confide in you. Your aura as a safe space. Have you noticed people telling you their life stories minutes after meeting you? This is a sign your aura radiates emotional safety and non-judgmental presence. Jung would say that your energy taps into the collective unconscious, evoking the archetype of the healer or the sage. Why people open up. You've likely done the difficult work of self-reflection and emotional processing. Your energy field doesn't resist vulnerability, it invites it. Even strangers feel this and instinctively trust you with their emotional burdens. The role of archetypes. Jung believed we all embody archetypes, universal roles embedded in our unconscious minds. If you naturally play the role of the wise one, your aura activates this resonance in others, prompting them to confess, share, or seek comfort. The cost of being a container. While it's beautiful to be someone others trust, it can also be draining. People may offload their emotional weight without understanding the impact on you. Setting boundaries becomes essential when your aura is naturally magnetic. This gift isn't random, it's earned through inner work. Your aura holds space because you've learned to hold space for yourself. 4. People have strong reactions to you. Polarization explained. Some people are instantly drawn to you. Others might dislike you on sight. This happens because your powerful energy amplifies what's already present in others. You awaken dormant feelings, both good and bad. Jung's theory of complexes. According to Jung, a complex is a cluster of repressed emotions and ideas. These often lie dormant until triggered. When your energy resonates at a high frequency, it stirs these complexes in others, causing intense emotional responses. You activate archetypes in others. Your aura might unconsciously evoke the hero, rebel, or destroyer archetype in someone else's psyche. This projection isn't about who you are, but what they need to face. Jung emphasized that most people aren't aware of these archetypal forces. They just react to them. Being a psychological catalyst. Your presence may feel like a catalyst to others, exciting, terrifying, or transformative. People may love you deeply or fear you instinctively. This isn't about you doing anything wrong. Your energy simply disrupts the status quo. When your aura brings truth to the surface, it creates waves. Don't mistake resistance for rejection. It may just be a sign you're initiating unconscious growth in others. 5. You're highly sensitive to energy. Energetic empathy. You not only radiate energy, you absorb it. Jung identified intuitive and feeling types as particularly attuned to emotional undercurrents. If you resonate with these traits, your nervous system may be wired to sense subtle shifts in others' moods and spaces. Overwhelming crowds. You might feel exhausted in busy places or emotionally drained after conversations. This happens because your aura is wide open, constantly receiving information. Jung would say your psychic boundaries are thin, making you more aware of unconscious dynamics, tuning into the collective. You don't just feel individual energies, you may tune into the collective mood of a group or society. This kind of emotional radar can lead to burnout if not managed properly. Managing sensitivity. Jung stressed the importance of withdrawal and reflection for empaths and intuitive types. Grounding practices, solitude, and energetic hygiene, like meditation or journaling, help you reset and strengthen your aura. Your sensitivity is not a flaw, it's a gift. But it must be honored and protected for your energy to remain clear and powerful. 6. Relationships are intense or challenging. The price of depth. People are drawn to your depth and honesty, but often aren't prepared for the emotional intimacy that comes with it. Jung believed that true relationships begin where projection ends, but most people never move beyond projection. Projection in relationships. You may find that partners idealize you at first, only to turn distant or resentful when the fantasy fades. This is the Jungian anima-animus projection at play, where we project our inner feminine or masculine onto others. Why it feels like too much. Your need for authentic soul-level connection makes you incompatible with superficial dynamics. You ask real questions. You want vulnerability. But many people aren't equipped to meet you there. The tension between love and growth. Some people may grow rapidly in your presence, but that growth can feel overwhelming. Jung noted that intimacy requires conscious integration, which is painful and slow. Not everyone is ready for that journey. You're not too much. You're just whole. And wholeness can be intimidating to those who haven't met themselves yet. 7. You crave solitude to recharge. Solitude is medicine. Unlike isolation, solitude is intentional. It's how you recalibrate. Jung viewed introspection as essential to psychological health. For someone with a powerful aura, being alone is how you process the emotional information you constantly absorb. Jung's perspective on introversion. Jung described introverts as individuals who draw energy from within. Even if you're extroverted by nature, your energetic system still requires time alone to realign. You need space to digest your experiences and restore your inner clarity. Spiritual renewal through stillness. In solitude, you reconnect with yourself, beyond the noise of others' projections or expectations. You hear your true thoughts, reground your emotions, and return to your core frequency. The ritual of retreat. Solitude doesn't mean rejection of others. It means intentional separation for the sake of renewal. Jung believed the unconscious spoke most clearly in silence, dreams, and introspection. Exactly what solitude allows. Solitude isn't selfish, it's sacred. It's how your aura remains powerful, aligned and healing for both yourself and others. Final thoughts. Let your aura shine without apology. Carl Jung's psychological framework reveals that what we call a powerful aura is often the result of deep inner work, self-integration, and spiritual maturity. Such energy can be overwhelming for those still entangled in their shadow persona or projections. But that's not a reason to dim your light. Stay true to your path. As Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are.